Hi, good morning and welcome to this week's Full Steam Ahead. Today, we're going to do a science experiment / art project that covers surface tension, and it'll also give us some paper that's colored that we can use as wrapping paper if we want, or just keep. So, what you're going to need for this experiment is a couple different colors of acrylic paint. I've picked red and green for today, but you can do whatever colors you want. You'll also need some little cups. You can use solo cups, you can use these little paper cups, a couple straws, a straw for each color of paint you're going to use, some soap, some water, and then, a fork or a toothpick also. Alright, so the first thing we're going to do to start our experiment is we're going to take our cup and we're going to fill it with equal parts paint and water. So I'm going to start with green here. I'm just going to put some green in this cup, just a good amount. And then I'm also going to add a little bit of water. I want them to be roughly equal parts. I think I added a little bit more water there than paint, so let me just even that out a bit. You can use your straw to mix the paint if you want, or you can use, if you have something else, you can use that. So you're gonna mix your paint. All right, once you got it good and mixed, just set that to the side. Actually gonna add just a little bit more paint because I think I added way too much water. Then we're gonna come over here and do the same thing with our red, or whatever colors you're using, of course. And like I said, we want roughly equal parts paint and water. Let's see if I can get that a little more equal. All right. And we'll just stir that too to blend it. And you do want to use acrylic paint for this. You can also use nail polish if you want to do an experiment and see how well each one works. And you can do that as well. Now, you're also going to need a little surface to do this on. You can use a styrofoam plate. You can do what I'm doing. I'm using my casserole dish. If you're going to use your parents' casserole dish, please ask first. And you're going to fill up your dish or bowl or plate till there's just enough water to cover the bottom. All right, so we have that. Now the next thing we're going to do is we're going to put our paint in here. We're going to use our straws, and it's kind of like, you ever pick up some water or soda or juice with your straw and then pull it out and let it all fall out? That's kind of what we're going to do here. So I'm going to start with green. So stopped it up, and then I'm going to get this as close to the surface as I can. Here we go. And be really gentle when I put it in. I'm going to put it in a couple places. You can kind of see it spreading out over the surface of the water. And that's because there's surface tension in the water. So some of this paint is actually floating on top. Some of it you can see is sunk. Didn't quite go as gently. So our green paint, it's floating on top. We're going to do the same thing with our red paint. Get a little in our straw and just really gently put it down. And again, you can kind of see it floating in the water. That's the surface tension. We're going to use the surface tension. We're going to break up the surface tension to make a cool design. Though I think we already kind of have a cool design going. Okay, so now is when you want your toothpick, and you want a little bit of water mixed with soap, which I've already got here. Now this is the cool part. Are y'all ready? We're going to disrupt the surface tension of this water. Here we go. Y'all ready for this? It's going to be cool. Watch. Wow. That's pretty cool. It all went to one side, but we want to make sure we have enough. So we're gonna make some cool designs in the water. All right, now we're gonna take a piece of paper I'm using art paper. You can also use computer paper. We're going to take it in our cool design and we're going to set it in here and let it get that paint on it. And then we'll pick it up. And you can kind of see the design right here. And if you use more paint, it'll be a little brighter. Now you're going to want to dab your design, get some of the excess water off, and you're going to want to let it dry. Dabbed it. We're going to let this dry. Now, you can do it a couple different times. You can use your same concoctions and try different designs and different consistencies of the paint. I did some last night. I used blue and black. So here you go. Kind of got some cool designs. See? Very cool. Now, once your art is all dry, what you can do is, we're gonna pretend like this is a Christmas present. And we're gonna use some of the paper I used yesterday. So now, you can take your present and you can wrap it in your paper. Just tie that up tight. Put a bow right there. And then you have your very own DIY wrapping paper. Now remember, you can play around with the colors and the consistency and how much soap you use and how you're disrupting the surface tension of the water to create whatever designs you want. This camera doesn't really do it justice, and then the colors will get a little brighter. You can see the red and the green, it kind of has a marble effect. So that is how you make your own wrapping paper using science. And I'd like to thank you all for joining me today. And in the comments, go ahead and show me pictures of your science experiment. Thank you. Goodbye.